Hello traders, it's me Krasimir Panayotov and we are back in the YouTube channel with another weekly Forex analysis. It's a beautiful day here, guys. I want you just to see this magical summer in St. Petersburg starting. Let's get the money. Let's get started with the Forex analysis.
So let's get started with the Euro USD, and I'm on the weekly chart, guys. About the next week, I'm gonna tell you that crazy things are about to happen the first 2 days. So get in line, get your setups, and hit the buy and sell buttons because it's the end of the month and the banks are doing its best to finish good the month. So chasing their targets, let's see what we can get from it. So on the daily chart, we have had this beautiful flag pattern which ended as breakout and a nice downtrend. After that, we have broken the trend and started going higher. Excuse me. Now on the 4-hour chart, you can see what a beautiful uptrend we have. We can even draw the channel because the price is just correcting, going up higher, correcting, going up higher, and it's doing this since it's ever. So what we can expect on this chart, guys, if of course euro continue its trend, it should hit this resistance area on the daily chart. You can see the resistance in the past right here, then back here, so oh no, I'm actually talking about this resistance a little lower. Okay, so let's go back like this. So if we get to this resistance, it's okay, but on the weekly, okay, let's say monthly, I will show you one thing, that it will be very interesting if we actually broke this resistance and we close above the resistance before the end of the month or at the end of the month. Never mind, because this can be a sign, early sign for a reversal. So if the next month the stars continue going higher, we can see something like a correction to the upside before another bearish trend. And that's it, what I'm currently thinking about, guys. If we go to the daily, we see interesting candlestick pattern, and it is the spinner top or the spinner high or the spinner, never mind, it's a candle indecision, it's a doji like candle. So from here the market should make a decision, or a little more consolidation, or it will go higher with the trend, or will go lower and start correcting this whole move. And that would be a beautiful thing, guys. As support, mini support and resistances, maybe this one is the best that I can see currently. Because if we go to the 4-hour chart, you can see that there we have made many highs and not that many lows. But anyways, that's the only support area which we have currently. Of course, a little lower we have this support area right here. See how many times the price bounced off of this area. But also the price can pretty much delete all the current profits and go to the previous daily support area. So it would be interesting. For now we have a little bit of slow down in our trend, but let's see what we can get. Now I want to check with you guys the GBP USD. And you know, this is important thing, so the both pairs correlate, and the Euro USD and the GBP USD. So in this case, you guys can see that we are near a trend line. I will mark it for you. And the Euro is also at some sort of resistance already. So if if we're already slowing down, we can get just a little bit more to the resistance and then maybe go up lower. If that happens, probably the same will happen on GBP USD. So we can go a little bit higher and then we can go down with the downtrend. We can even pierce a little bit this trend line and then go lower. That would be interesting setup. Or you see guys, here we can make some sort of a head and shoulders pattern, just like this. Then we can break the neckline and then make a bullish correction. So that would be also an interesting setup. And one more time on the Euro USD. And I want to show you guys that we actually even have some space to the upside to this green trend line. Let's now go to the daily and see if it's the best trend line which we can get. Maybe it would be better looking like this. So we have some space actually. And let's now move to the next chart and let this chart be again the USD JPY. And the JPY is moving very interesting, guys. I was trading at the Euro, no, not the Euro, USD JPY and New Zealand JPY and GBP JPY. So it's pretty interesting here because we have a huge bullish trend and we are now currently correcting to the downside. On the daily chart you can see the correction is clear, so we don't have this strong move anymore, so the correction is going a little bit slower and probably will continue this downtrend to the previous daily support area. Why support? Because if we go to the weekly, we see that it was acting like a support and resistance in the past. So I believe we have some space to the downside and the dollar can lose some of its power and then find support, just like on the Euro USD. So if the Euro continue a little bit higher, the USD will lose power. So the USD JPY should also lose power and will continue straight to where it's headed, and that's the previous support area. Another thing to mention here, guys, is the head and shoulders pattern, but on the daily you will not see it that well. I will go to the 4-hour chart so we can clearly see it. Similar patterns we have on the GBP JPY and the GBP JPY. So here it is, guys, the beautiful head and shoulders pattern. So you see the left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder, and this is pretty common pattern, guys, especially when it looks like this with some double top at the high. It's very easy to reverse, and this is what is currently doing. Now we are waiting for another push to the downside, or it can be interesting if we break bullish because we have a downtrend, and this may result in another bullish trend to these previous highs over here, or even higher to the next resistance area, and that would be beautiful setup as well. Let's move to the next charts, guys, and let's see the USD Canadian dollar, motherfuckers. And what we have spoken about in the previous video is that the market is fucking consolidation. So the only thing we can do is sell at the highs and buy at the lows. And I have sent one signal to my Facebook profile. If you want to check my Facebook profile, you can find it on my YouTube page. So just click on the Rich Spirit channel and you will see my Facebook profile. So what about this consolidation? We had a massive rejection on the weekly chart and a potential move to the downside, and this is what currently the price is doing. Unfortunately, I have missed this trading opportunity because I have only opened my account a few days ago, since I couldn't get my documents because all the Russian banks are banned from the world or something like this. I had to use my Bulgarian documents. Now, what is going on here, guys? Well, here we can find some support around this middle. Oh, where did we go? So let me zoom out and show you. So you see all these candlesticks here, they remind us of some sort of support and resistance in the middle of the consolidation. I will delete this mini resistance area because it's not that needed anymore. We are headed to the downside, of course, guys. It's absolutely obvious. And if the euro USD continue going up higher, this will continue go lower. And here, guys, it's very interesting that on the daily, if we switch to the daily, we can wait for the price to reach these zones right here and look for bullish opportunities, just some solid signal like this engulfing candle here, guys. And now for the beginners, I will share with you some very interesting pattern, guys. The two most important, most reliable patterns, candlestick patterns for me, are the pin bar, which is the early sign of a reversal, and then the engulfing candle, which is this massive green candle saying that a lot of bullish pressure and volume has come to the market, so the price respect this and continue in this same direction. So if you see such patterns, then the chance to go bullish is very high, especially if they are on a support level. The same if they are bearish on a resistance level, just like this one here and this one here. So after them we see some bearish push. Also we have it here, this bearish engulfing candle is driving the price currently to this beautiful zone area. So in this case, guys, you just take this support and you wait for such a similar patterns at this support level, or some double bottom pattern, or some head and shoulders pattern. That would be beautiful setup. Now let's move to the next chart, guys, and write in the comment section what is the chart you want to see on the next weekly analysis. If you don't want to see any chart, then don't write nothing. But I will respect everyone who have questions on anything. Let's see the USD CHF. Oh, and that chart, guys, is beautiful. Why? Because we have the extremely bullish chart, and currently it looks like the market is correcting. So we have headed so low to the 61% zone area and the 51% zone area, 50% zone area. Never mind, guys. So what we are doing here, we are waiting for the same bullish engulfing pattern, and if it appears here, we can take some buy position and go all the way up to this previous high. That would be something amazing, which I would like to trade. I want, you know, guys, try to buy some positions here on the 50% of the Fibonacci, but you see the market is still not ready, so I will wait for bullish signals or some setups like head and shoulders on the 4 hour. For now, you see the trend is slowing down. The price is currently going slower and slower bearish, so it's very possible way to see some reversal. What if we don't see the market reverse? Then we can expect the move all the way up to this previous high, and that would be also a beautiful setup, because there we can also look for bullish patterns and look for some reversal, at least for a correction to the 50% of this whole bearish trend, this whole potential bearish trend. And that's it for this market, guys. For now, let's check something else, guys. Let's get a sip of the card here and see what's going on with the Euro JPY. You know, guys, here we have broken a bearish trend, so it's pretty clear what is going on. Probably the chart will reverse. And we have some nice corrections, so we can use this cheap price to buy and to wait for new higher highs. Also, we have already something like a trend line here, so let's mark it. Okay, you see the broken trend, guys. So usually when that happens, we expect a new trend to form and this to be bullish. So I'm very much considering taking a bullish trade on this one. But if we break it, what can happen then? Of course, we will chase these previous lows and the support area right here, and it will be super boring chart, just like the last few weeks, which was only choppy moves. Fuck it. Let's go to the next one. And let's see the Euro JPY, guys. And I told you that here we also have head and shoulders pattern. So here it is. Still, we didn't see the full move, meaning the head and shoulders printed below the neckline. So this didn't happen. So probably this pattern will fail and we will continue bullish. It's pretty clear what is going on here. Of course, the sellers are still in line. Everyone started selling this pair, seeing the head and shoulders pattern, but they have set their stop losses, I believe, or here or maximum here, but they can be taken out anytime and super easy. So let's see what will happen here. Another thing interesting, you see the wedge, the triangle that is forming. So we are now waiting for the breakout, or bearish or bullish. So the same thing on the GBP JPY. And if you can see on the daily, here is your head and shoulders pattern. Let's go to the 4-hour. I think it looks better. Here is the neckline, the left shoulder, the right shoulder, the head, and we there also didn't see the big head target. So this looks like a little failed head and shoulders. And you know, on the previous analysis, I have shown you this beautiful bullish channel, and if we break bearish this time, we have a nice support zone area, which if get respected, we can go bullish with the trending channel, which is interesting setup. I'll be watching it, guys. And one more thing, on the 4-hour, let's go and check it out. We have this beautiful symmetrical triangle pattern, so let's draw it for you, make it look just like this. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and usually it breaks on the 6th wave, so we have a very big chance to see some breakout, and then if we retest the triangle, we can buy cheap long positions and get the price up to all the way up to its target. How much is the target of the triangle pattern? Well, you just take the size of the triangle and you apply it after potential breakout. So here is your target. Of course, it's not necessary to take the 100% price of the target, but you can take a little bit earlier, for example, where we have had a support and resistance area. So this is how you trade it, guys. Let's check out also some other pairs, guys. The same thing is on the New Zealand JPY, by the way. Let me see that. But I think we have had a breakout there. Okay. Oh no, here it is the wedge pattern. Same thing, but just a little bit more bullish than bearish. I have marked this setup on my Facebook chart, and usually these guys can be a great continuation of pattern. So if we break out from the downside, we can expect a move so big as is the size of the whole wedge pattern. So you can take it like this and you can expect such a big move to the downside. So we can definitely chase these previous two lows, you see. And I even started selling the pair somewhere here the last Friday, but it looks a little bit overbought. Well, we'll see what actually will happen. It can break out bullish, then it will hit my stop loss, and my stop loss is just somewhere here. So just a few bucks is my risk, but the potential profit is so much higher, guys. Can definitely chase these previous two lows. That would be a beautiful thing. If not, then of course we go bullish and we see continuation of the already bullish trend. Now let's check out gold, guys, and this is something interesting. Now I need to delete everything to show you what I have done on my other broker account. So let's go to the daily. I will leave these support and resistances. Here we have this interesting bullish trend which have been in the past part of this triangle which broke out, and we took the target of the same size of the triangle pattern. So you see, guys, it have just reached the ultimate target of this whole triangle. So if you take it like this, it's absolutely crazy. But for now, I want to remind you guys, this past trend line now acts as a resistance for the price, and here we have a big chance to see a reversal and continuation to the downside. And then maybe if we do some beautiful double bottom pattern, then would be interesting. But for now the price is very crazy moving. We don't have some strong trend. Actually, if we zoom in, we have just broken the trend. We made few small candles to the upside, currently correcting, and nothing interesting is going on. So we need or to break above and continue with the trend, then we can easily chase this previous resistance and the ones here, or we can pull back a little bit and look for more buyers and more support for the price. Okay guys, and that's all for this weekly analysis. I hope you're printing the money. I hope you're robbing the brokers, because this is what they deserve. And I wish you successful trading, guys. Let's see you in the next videos, and let's share our best trades. So peace, guys, and successful trading. Keep it moving every day, every weekend. Keep it moving, guys, so you can do it to the max.
All I need is